Excellent! What a hit!
Hello everyone and welcome back to View from the Cop with me, Calvin, and of course, Reshlin.
What's up, guys?
Alright, so it's post-match time against Southampton. 6 out of 6 in the Premier League, exactly what we expected. Liverpool dominating Southampton. Southampton trying their best to defend, but it failed miserably in the end. Alright, so where should we start with this one? Like I said, we're happy with the result, 6 out of 6, top of the table. Chelsea playing tomorrow, of course.
Yep.
I think we start with actual match points and how things went during the game.
Yeah, and we have quite a few talking points for the first half, not so many in the second half. So
Yeah, second half was quite different from that first half.
Yeah.
Alright, so where do we start? With the first goal as the first talking point?
Well, yeah, so the first goal was the Wesley Hood's own goal, and that was from a chance created by was it
Shaqiri, yeah.
So I think Mane got a hold of it down the right, and
Left, on the left.
It was on the left-hand side, yeah?
Left-hand side.
He dawdled on the ball a bit. For me, I was worried about where he's going with this one, and he played such an incisive through ball.
Yeah.
To get Shaqiri into space, and then Shaqiri took the defender out of his first touch, bringing it onto his right foot.
Yeah.
And he shot with his right foot. I don't think he was going to shoot with it, but it kind of shows that he's not as one-footed as a lot of people say he is.
Yeah, it was a weak shot, but it had enough power to confuse Southampton's defense, and of course, Wesley Hood couldn't sort his feet out, and that resulted in our first goal.
Yeah,
so a great start. And Southampton did threaten a little bit in the first half.
Yeah.
After our first goal, they started to attack a bit down the wings. Maybe Arnold and Robertson caught a bit too far up the pitch sometimes.
Particularly down the right, I feel they had some satisfaction going down that right wing as Robertson was caught at times a little bit far too up the field. Cedric was more or less the biggest threat coming down that right hand flank, and he did get a few crosses in. But our defense again today, Kels,
was solid. Yeah,
really solid.
Yeah, they were really good. And I think Jordan Henderson highlighting that point during the post-match interview saying, I mean, we just come off a 3-0 victory, we top off the table, and the first thing he says is, too many crosses into the box by Southampton in the first half.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
I mean, just goes to show how he's thinking about where Liverpool can improve, even when we are playing what many would say is perfect football at the moment.
He's fine-tuning is what he's doing. He's optimizing for perfect play here. And it's good that the team still recognizes that they have moments of weakness.
Absolutely.
That they could play better than they played even in today's game.
Absolutely.
Because that's what makes title-winning sides, Kels.
Yeah.
That pursuit of perfection. So I was really happy with
finding those little things to tweak all the time. I mean, we know Liverpool still haven't hit that attacking stride that we saw last season. Close, still not quite there yet. Alright, on to the second goal, and something we are not used to seeing as Liverpool fans. His first start in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Joel Matip from an Alexander-Arnold cross rises brilliantly. Poor marking from Southampton, it has to be said.
Yeah.
But you still have to head and far enough away from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I
And
thought
he
a
got
great
it from
goal.
quite a far distance out with the header. And
Yeah. He had to generate the power as well on the header there.
Exactly. So it went in, and I was a bit shocked, to be honest, that it went in from a corner, but great second goal. And it was good for Matip to get the goal as well.
Yeah.
Coming on, not being a regular starter, great for his confidence, and great going into the run of fixtures that we have as well.
Yeah, and I think, what do you guys think about Matip and Van Dijk as a partnership as well? Joe Gomez, we know he's quite young. We can't expect him to play 50 games in a campaign, obviously league and cup. It builds up to around 50, 55 games if you get far enough in those competitions.
Yeah.
So I don't think Matip was tested very badly defensively today, but I thought great. He was comfortable, he was clean, he was good on the ball, and he got that goal as well.
He was, yeah.
Alright, then I think the last talking point of the first half was, of course, the third goal, Mo Salah scoring after Xherdan Shaqiri crashed one off the crossbar. A brilliant free kick. Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on Mo Salah grabbing that goal? Hungry to get into the box and pinch the goal as well?
Well, I was happy first off that we have a left-footed free kick taker in Xherdan Shaqiri.
Absolutely.
And he has the quality to put those in the top corners.
Yeah.
So happy to see that. And then Salah. I know a lot of people saying maybe he's off the pace, maybe he's trying too hard. But
Rubbish.
He showed the determination to get in there and to put the ball into the back of the net.
Yeah, and he was unlucky today. I'm pretty sure 2 times he was called offside when the ball came off the defender.
Yeah.
He wasn't actually offside, and he did score one of those as well. So I think Salah, fantastic for him to get back on the score sheet. Speaking of the Xherdan Shaqiri free kick thing as well, I think it takes a little pressure off Arnold. to have to always, because he hasn't scored yet,
Yeah.
and I think maybe the opportunity might present itself where we 2-0 or 3-0 up, and then he can take one, and possibly without worrying about the result, he can maybe get that groove of scoring free kicks at Anfield for Liverpool in the Premier League.
We got options.
We got options. That's the best thing. All right, that was pretty much the first half. Southampton didn't have any shots on target in the first half.
Yeah.
Second half, now this is interesting. It was an extremely easy game. We figured Liverpool were comfortable at halftime. We didn't see how Southampton were going to be able to threaten us, and they didn't. But Liverpool took their foot off the pedal completely in the second half, starting with the substitute. Xherdan Shaqiri off, James Milner on.
Yeah, so Kels, I think coming back to the point that Jordan Henderson made in his post-match, I think Klopp recognized at the final minute of the first half that Liverpool have done their attacking. We've scored 3 goals. We've gone up 3-0. And Liverpool needed a bit of defensive solidity and maybe just pull back a bit on the attacking intent. So he did exactly that by taking Shaqiri off and throwing Milner on. Milner went on and he sat and he supported Jordan Henderson in that midfield too.
Yeah, Henderson did struggle a bit in the midfield too in the first half. Milner comes on, makes it a midfield 3 with Wijnaldum there, and I think Henderson also found his feet a little better in the defensive part of the game during the second half. And a game management from Klopp there, because I mean, yes, the result's important and you have to see out that game properly, but you do have big fixtures coming up. You may want to use Shaqiri on Wednesday. He's got the feel for playing with the Liverpool players. He might even play in the same position on Wednesday, maybe further up the field. But I think that was a brilliant piece of tactical awareness from Klopp to bring on Milner, who we know can run wherever. So we didn't have to worry about fitness for him. He's in fantastic form. He came in and just helped us get a bit more shape in the midfield.
He did exactly what Klopp intended. And I think it's great that, managers always say we take it one game at a time. We take every game as it comes. But this is Klopp looking forward to his next fixture at half time today. And thinking, okay, we've got the win here. Let's manage this game. Let's see it out and let's keep our players fresh for Wednesday.
And that might be, a lot of people may have not been very happy with Liverpool's second half performance. But I think given the fixtures we've just played, Spurs, PSG and now Southampton, of course. And then given the fixtures coming up in the next couple of days, I mean, it's Chelsea, Napoli, Man City. In the next 2 weeks, right? So we've got 4 games in 2 weeks. I think Liverpool really needed to relax for a half or so and not have to work too hard any longer. So I thought a fantastic... I'm comfortable with the fact that we took our foot off the pedal in the second half. Not major talking points in the second half besides the Salah offside.
I think the substitutions kept.
That's where I was going next. So first up we said was Milner Shaqiri. Afterward we saw who came off.
It was Van Dijk that came off.
Oh yes, Van Dijk taking a knock to the rib.
Yeah, so it was. I think in the post-match, Klopp said that it was it's bruised ribs. He took a bit of a knock in the PSG game, actually, apparently. I think in the second half, he said he felt it a bit and he came off at 55 minutes. So a little bit of concern there. I think Van Dijk might potentially be rested for the midweek game. And we'll see him back at Chelsea because we will need him at Stamford Bridge. So it's a little bit of a concern, but hopefully he'll be back. On
the plus side, Joe Gomez came in and we had a centre-back pairing we haven't seen, but they looked brilliant. We didn't see any panic. We've come to terms with Van Dijk as our calm figure at the back, but nothing changed when Gomez came on.
Exactly, Gomez came on and he didn't just take up Van Dijk's position on the pitch, he also took up that Van Dijk role of calming the defense, commanding the defense,
intercepting quickly, being strong on the ball. So he's looking the part so far this season. So fantastic to see that we've got that third centre-back option now all the time, basically. In my team. The last substitute, Wijnaldum, who was brilliant today, came off on Naby Keita. No big talking points there. Keita didn't have much time to get into the game. The game was won. The players around him weren't really trying very hard. So I think for him it was just more some minutes.
He just came on to get
and I think more a rest for Wijnaldum, who's been playing non-stop football since the season started, including internationals. Alright, so those are the substitutes and pretty much the major talking points of the match. Before we get into the ratings, we can have a look at the stats as well. I have that here. Nothing major, nothing unexpected. Interestingly, Liverpool only had 4 shots on target, of which 3 were goals.
Efficiency.
That's really efficient. And we haven't seen that front 3. I mean, today they looked better. Some of the first touches, the flicks, the back heels, they seem to be getting there, just no end product.
It seemed like they're warming up, Kels, but today I think Liverpool didn't really score anything from open play.
Yeah.
It was the own goal. It was the tapping from Salah from the free kick
and the corner.
And the corner.
Yeah.
Right. So nothing really from open play, which would be troubling, but we won the game 3-0.
Yeah.
So hopefully that
I think if Matip didn't score the corner, we might have seen a goal from open play.
Yeah.
So it just so happened the way it fell. We didn't have to work too hard in open play. All right. Southampton had one shot on target right at the end, Charlie Austin.
Yeah.
Credit to Alisson, who stayed awake and alert throughout the game.
Didn't get beaten at his near post.
Took no risks. I think he was fantastic in the little he had to do.
Yeah.
Touches, Liverpool 912 to Southampton 654. Again, I'm not going to go through all of these. I don't think there's too many significant numbers here for us to look at. All right, so other talking points was, I saw interestingly that this is Liverpool's 8th consecutive league clean sheet at Anfield since 2006-7 under Benitez.
Exactly.
Obviously, this goes back into last season.
Yep. And as well, Liverpool haven't been defeated at home in 17 months. So, Fortress Anfield.
So the last time we were beaten at home was, I can't remember, to be honest.
It's a distant memory.
I mean, last season we were beaten in the FA Cup.
Yeah,
FA Cup, but that was in February against West Brom.
Yeah,
but in the league, it's been 17 months. Yeah. So Anfield is becoming, or is an absolute fortress as well.
Well, last point counts for me, I think, is around the depth of the squad. So today Klopp made 2 changes. He didn't make a raft of changes, just made the 2 changes to blood in new players.
Absolutely.
And it was Shaqiri that created the first goal, and it was Matip that took the second goal. And then Shaqiri again on the third.
Yep.
That created, right? So it really shows that our bench players are coming in and making impact. It's showing the strength and the depth that Klopp has, and the squad that he has at his disposal for the season.
Yeah.
So I think the strength of the bench coming through in this game was key.
Maybe we should have started with the point of the changes from the PSG game. So yeah, Shaqiri, Matip, and obviously Firmino coming back into the squad, and yes, they all played really well, especially Matip and Shaqiri actually affecting the scoreline in this game. So that's fantastic. All right, so no other major talking points. It was a pretty easy game overall. Let's get into the player ratings, and bear in mind we're not going to be over enthusiastic with the way we give ratings here today because, like we said, Liverpool barely got out of second gear. In fact, in the second half it was basically first gear, just cruising through the motions. All right, so we'll start with the defense, and I think we'll go Alisson again, not asked to do too much. Let's not waste too much time. A 7.
He deserving of a 7. He made the 1 save. And then he didn't waste time on the ball. He cleared it when he needed to. So neat performance. 7 for Alisson.
All right, fullbacks, I thought they were also decent. They got forward pretty well. They didn't. Yes, they got caught out of position here and there, but Southampton weren't able to really punish us too badly. 7s again for Arnold and for Robertson. All right, happy with that. Van Dijk, I think a 7 as well. He took an injury, of course, and he came off, but he made that mistake as well, which he recovered from. So credit to him, he got back, and Shane Long probably wouldn't have scored, but
he has before against us. We know Shane Long.
So I think Van Dijk a 7. Matip an 8.
8 for Matip. 8 purely because of the goal. And he had a big influence in the game, Kels. He had the most passes on the pitch. I mean, he's centre back, but also sideways, but most passes on the pitch, so good influence, and the goal as well. So
all right, so
8 for Matip.
So Matip an 8. Let's go to the front three, because I think no one was exceptional, no one was bad.
Yes.
Yes, Mo Salah got the goal and he worked for that, but I think all round, I think they all deserve a 7.
Yeah,
that front three.
That's completely warranted. I think 7s across is fair.
Yeah.
No one really stood out. It was one of very few times that we don't pick a man of the match performance from our front three. So
yeah,
7s across the front three.
Yeah, and again, like we said, I mean, Liverpool didn't have to work, so we're struggling to give you 9s and 10s because it was just one of those performances where the opposition didn't really ask the questions.
Yeah.
In the midfield, I think we have to obviously rate Shaqiri, even though he went off, and I think a 7 for him. Maybe there's an argument to be made for an 8, but he only played 45 minutes.
I think on If you had to judge him on his 45 minutes that he played, I think an 8 would be fair.
Yeah, some driving runs, basically an assist for the first goal and an assist for the second goal, actually, if you think about it.
Exactly, and I mean, he hasn't played a lot of football for Liverpool either.
Absolutely.
So when he did get his chance, he was effective.
He was impressive, absolutely. So we'll give Shaqiri an 8 for his 45 minutes of football. Milner and Henderson. Henderson did struggle in the first half with the midfield too. I thought he was much better in the second half. 7s for those two as well. I thought they were clean and comfortable, no mistakes, but again, didn't really affect the game.
No, they kept it ticking, a lot of sideways passing, but effective again.
All right, I think last is Wijnaldum.
Wijnaldum,
and I think he deserves an 8. For me, he was man of the match, just because he basically filled the third man position where Henderson struggled in the midfield too in the first half.
Yes, that's true.
His work rate was excellent. He linked up the defense and attack pretty well. So Wijnaldum gets a, and I don't know what the numbers are, but if I had to go look up his pass rate, I'm sure it's in the 90%, high 90s. I thought he was phenomenal. He protected the ball well, and he gets our man of the match here from the call. All right, I think that pretty much wraps up this video. Are there any last parting comments?
You know, it's just for me, Kaz, I think it's amazing that we've given our players a lot of average ratings today, despite winning 3-0. So that just shows.
Maybe we're getting too, like, we're expecting way too much now for 10.
No, but this should be the same for the fan base. I mean, more and more as the media kind of pressure builds, and there's always talk from all the pundits about Liverpool chasing the title, fans are going to become more and more expectant, and we're going to see more and more of this.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
So it's a good place to be, guys.
I think it's a fantastic time to be a Liverpool fan. Alright, so that wraps up this video. We will be doing a video for the pre-match of Liverpool vs Chelsea at Anfield for the Carabao Cup on Wednesday night. I think kickoff at 10 or 9, depends where you are in the world, to be honest. So yeah, that will be the next video. So don't forget to follow us on Twitter. The link is in the description for that. Of course, we tweet when we post videos, and we tweet during the match as well. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and give us your thoughts as well on our ratings, on our opinions, whether you agree or not. And of course, subscribe as well. Alright, until Monday's video, I think we'll do it on Monday, the pre-match. That's been A View from the Cop.